Liz. I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. Welcome back to an all-new episode of the Rude Customers Podcast.
Welcome. What?
I'm distracted by an idiot cat. I'm very sorry. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day and you're not being distracted by cats or the dreaded rude customers.
I know, they're pretty rude out there in these streets.
They do be rude out there in these streets.
Especially lately at, do you want to guess?
Chick-fil-A.
No, but it rhymes with Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
And Chipotle.
Oh, yeah. Chipotle does rhyme with Chick-fil-A. I was sitting there like, what the hell rhymes with Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, Chipotle. I actually always get those two. Not the foods, obviously confused, but just, oh, yeah, I want Chipotle. I meant Chick-fil-A. But anyways.
Chipotle.
So, lately what's going on at Chipotle is a lot of people are complaining about the portion sizes. A lot of people are complaining just about how it's gone downhill. Not necessarily the taste or the food, but how it's being packaged. Basically, you're right. Yeah, the service. But this video, it's just a rude customer.
But you've said this to me privately, though. You felt that the portions were getting smaller.
Yeah. I feel like the portions are getting smaller, but I also feel like,
we double up. We always
do.
double up. What's the problem? Double up.
When you go to Chipotle, it almost feels like, why isn't there never enough chicken? Like, why? And I get that everything is made fresh, that they advertise that they don't have freezers, or they don't put freezers. Maybe they do. No, I'm getting that mixed up with Five Guys, I think.
No, Chipotle's the same thing, made fresh every day.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's made fresh every day. I get that they advertise that, but it always feel like when I'm going into Chipotle, it's like they're asking the back for another chicken as they're like,
they go through it.
And they're like, we're out. And I can see them physically throwing the chicken onto the grill. And I'm like, well, damn, how long is that going to take?
Yeah.
You know? So I'm sitting here like, how can Chipotle is widely known. And so I just don't understand, how can they get it going like Chick-fil-A? Even though Chick-fil-A is not fresh food.
It's kind of an unfair comparable, I think. I do just a little bit, because Chick-fil-A is kind of your standard bag and pack. You know, it's very simplistic and easy and just kind of normal things. That's not what Chipotle is.
Yeah, I know, but it's still annoying. But anyways, there's a rude customer here, guys. She's legit, in my opinion. So let's watch.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how the bottom of my container was dirty.
I'll give you your tips.
Thank you. Like, y'all treating me like I'm coming here and getting food for free. I'm paying for it. So treat me like a customer.
34.
The hell? And the kids cup.
I'll give it to you right now. I don't know what you're paying with. I'm just waiting for you to see what you're paying with.
The last customer, you bagged their stuff up and then they paid. But with me, you have an attitude. Why is it because I'm black?
No.
Okay then. I'm a customer, so treat me like one.
Then
Just because I asked you to wipe the bottom of my container, you have an attitude? He should clean his station up after each. Look at that shit. That looks crazy. And my food rubbed across that, and you have a problem with it.
It didn't rub across.
Yes, it did. Why does it look like this? And I just wiped it off. It looks like this. Should the bottom of my container look like that?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
She had a bad morning. I don't think she got her full 8 hours the night before.
I don't feel, I can understand this being something that in your head, you're like, damn, they really need to clean that station.
I can even see it being noted.
And I can even see what she's complaining about. Like, damn, they really don't even care about my food like that. But it's all right, you know. That's as far as I would go in my head, because that is nothing to complain about outside of my head.
Yeah.
I understand that she's paying for something here. She's paying for food, which she got inside of the bowl. Okay. Yeah. Technically.
If you want to fill out a comment card or something like that, I think this is a warranted situation for that. Your cleanliness was not up to standard, and I think that's totally valid. Mm-hmm. She got mad because this lady hesitated with the payment stuff. This is why she was mad.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
She
she
got
even
mad
said
because
it.
she was like, well, you're right. But she also said, why'd you get an attitude when I asked you to wipe the bottom of my bowl?
Yeah, and I think she was correlating that to why she was not. She didn't bag her stuff up like she did the other customer and then they paid. She was being emphatic that she paid first before she bagged her stuff. So she's like, was it that? And then I noticed she went right to race after that, which it doesn't. When you look at it through that scope, how she was actually making a point. She's giving you an option. Either you were irritated or you were racist. Which one of these doors would you like to walk through today? At least she gave you a choice. You know, most people just say, here's the racist door. You're walking through it.
I don't know
This
if
lady
I
gave you a
see
choice.
racism here.
No, she said it, though.
So, and here's the thing. Was I there? No. So, it's always possible what we don't see happened. But from what I can tell, this lady sounds very irritated because, I don't know, she saw a dirty station and she didn't feel like the service that she received was Chipotle money, which is $15 and
Chipotle's
change,
expensive.
you know.
Chipotle's expensive. I can understand all of the anger, but the way that she articulated it makes her a rude customer. It was real simple.
Yeah, it was her attitude. If she would have been a little bit more nice, she'd be like, can you just pour this or put it into another bowl? Or could you just make my food over again? I didn't like how
I don't want to be a pain or anything, and please, I don't want to bust out a camera or anything like that. But if you notice, the whole station is dirty, and the bottom of my bowl is dirty. I'm not saying there's any cross contamination. I'm just asking if maybe we can take like 5 minutes. There's no one really behind me. I noticed. Maybe just give a quick wipe down and just make my order again. I really appreciate you. That's not so bad. You might still get attitude, but at least you handled it the right way.
Right. Because what I think the reason why the cashier, the Chipotle employee gave her attitude is because she was only mirroring what the lady was giving back to her.
Yeah, energy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think.
Agreed. And it blew up way more than it needed to. And I don't think we're done yet.
No.
Oh, boy.
Telling me this is okay?
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Ma'am, I can remake your food.
No, you don't have to remake my food, but she shouldn't treat me like that because I'm complaining about something.
I understand. I'm sorry about
And then she's telling me to pay for something before she even put my stuff in the bag. She shoved everything over to me and told me to bag my own shit.
I didn't tell you to bag your own.
What does it mean when you push my shit over here and then push the
Did I
bag
not
like this?
bag
And then I
yours?
asked you for the
Did I
chips
not?
and everything else and you had an attitude. Yeah, if I was white or Spanish, you wouldn't be acting like that. Like, I shouldn't have to raise my voice to get good customer service.
Anything else?
The kids' cup. Fucking attitude.
You're good. You can take it. It's
Thank you.
not ready.
You too.
Oh, she gave it to her for free, right?
No, I think the kids' cup. She was just saying you could take it.
But I thought she was saying you're good because she still didn't pay yet.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
No,
Maybe.
I think
Yeah,
she
she
I
might have
think
just
at
let
the
her
end
off.
she was
Yeah.
because she was like, no, you're good. She was like, oh, because she already got the cup, and she was
Yeah.
like, oh, I think good because good. Okay.
I don't know if the service was bad enough or the situation was bad enough to warrant free food, but sometimes you just want to get the person out.
If I'm a manager that day, even though I don't like this rude customer, I probably would give her free food
Well, yeah, I mean,
because she's there's a lot of accusations here,
Mm-hmm.
and even if they're false and they're just not true at all, the fact of the
$16
matter
is cheaper.
Yes, because the fact of the matter is that she can still go on. Well, she did this. She recorded it.
still
And here
did
we
it,
are
yeah.
talking about it right now.
But still, that's the right move. $16 is still a cheaper option. When you look at where this could go, she might make complaints either way, but at least you could say you did everything that you could. You went above and beyond as manager. You did, actually, let's take a second and golf clap for that lady.
Yes.
She actually did everything by the book there, beyond by the book.
she was like, "Employee, go away."
She got her out of there. She's like, just get the fuck out of here, please. She was respectful and nice. She made the customer feel good. She even got a thank you at the end of it there and gave her the food for free. She did everything. You don't see that all the time.
Made the moment right.
Yeah, she did.
Yes.
She did. And then Miss Gucci Bag there can take herself on and upload her video now. Did you notice that little Gucci bag at the end?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't notice the Gucci bag at the end? You
'Cause it was
ruined
probably
everything.
fake. That's why.
Ooh! Shots
just
fired.
kidding.
Where you
I'm
at,
just-
Chipotle lady?
No.
And your fake Gucci bag?
I'm just kidding.
No, she
I
ain't.
didn't
She
even
can spot a
see.
fake.
Yeah, but I didn't even see the Gucci bag, so I don't know.
Just circle it in editing.
I didn't see the Gucci bag.
You will in editing now. You ain't gonna miss it now. You're gonna be like, oh, there it is. Oh, that's what he's talking about. There's a Gucci bag.
I don't even know the last time I had a rude customer. Oh, well.
I had one all the time.
Well, yeah, you deal with you work at a pawn shop.
I can be mean to people back. That's why I like working there. It's great.
But I was sarcastic to someone this weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah, a boss. Kind of a boss in a way. Someone who feels like he is, a 25-year-old.
God, yeah, they all
I
feel
call
like
him the
bosses.
rubber band man. That's just because he wears a lot of rubber bands on his arm. And when I asked him about it, I was like, why do you wear so many rubber bands? And he was like, well, actually, I've been wearing rubber bands. My pre-K or my kindergarten teacher, he would wear rubber bands because they're very convenient to wrap a bunch of things around or whatever. And I started wearing them since. And he goes, yeah, I have a bunch more upstairs. I'm like, what?
One for every sin.
I was like, I don't. Anyways, I'm not sure if I believe that at all. But his name remains Rubber Band Man in text messages. But long story short, I was working with a client and he was talking to me like I was stupid with certain things. I don't want to get too much into what he was saying, but he was just
talking down to you.
Yeah, he was talking down. You do some. You can do it this way, or you could. But it wasn't.
Don't you think you can do it this way?
Yeah, it was like it was gonna
Did
get
you make
done.
sure you did this?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay.
She can lay it on really thick when she wants to.
I know. I was like, every single time he would tell me something, I would be like,
oh,
yeah,
that's good.
yeah. I would be like, oh, really? Like he
Relevant.
told me. So I'll give you an example. So he told me, and this is gross, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But I gave this client Gatorade, right?
The
And
thirst
then
quencher.
the 25-year-old, the rubber band man, was like, oh, this client, he's done drinking the juice. Can you pour the juice that's in the cup back into the Gatorade bottle? Yeah.
Huh?
And so as I'm pouring it back into the Gatorade bottle, he goes, oh, use a little funnel, whatever the thing is called, to do it.
Blast me as a
Because
funnel.
he thought that I couldn't pour something, that I was so just not capable
Uncoordinated.
of,
No dexterity.
yes, of pouring something back into a bottle. And then finally I just turned around and I just had to ignore him for a moment. I was like, I just need him to just be gone in my head for a moment, because he's the amount of micromanaging that this 25-year-old, the rubber band man, was doing was insane. And then finally he caught on and was like, just tell me to shut the fuck up if you want me to shut the fuck up. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I technically can't do that, because the real boss is his family member, so I can't tell him to shut the fuck up, even if I actually wanted to tell him to shut the fuck up. So yeah, but he did get it, and I even still acted more dumb after. I acted is more dumb even a thing.
Dumber.
Yeah, dumber. But I guess I didn't prove my point there. But
It's all right. May Rubber Band Man get his rubber bands caught on a doorknob and get a nice snap tonight.
oh gosh, I always feel like that's gonna be the thing that gets me fired from them.
What? Call him Rubber Band Man?
No, I think Rubber Band Man is gonna tell the boss, and then no more.
It's all right.
Blossom, no more
It's
me
okay. It's all right.
there anymore.
It's all right.
So
You'll find a client without a possible supervillain in the making. The Rubber Band Man strikes Manhattan.
Halloween, my friend, is in October.
He has a name now. I'm just saying. That's not a supervillain name?
The Rubber Band Man.
The Rubber Band Man. He can use that to kill people. Just start what I like to do is I like to wrap the rubber bands around the throat until the asphyxiation starts. How many will you make? The record's 72. That'd be messed up.
His
wanna
excuse for
write that.
wearing those many rubber bands. Let me tell you, the rubber bands were up to here, and after I questioned him with the rubber bands, he actually took half of them off.
You made him self-conscious
I
about
know.
it. Oh, man,
I
we're
did.
horrible.
I guess I did because I was like, I know I shouldn't do this just in case maybe it's autism. I don't know. But I was like, I'm going to ask him, why does he have
It's okay
so
to
many
ask
rubber
him.
bands?
See, it's interesting.
But his explanation made no sense.
It's because he probably doesn't know. Sometimes you just like to have rubber bands.
He's really weird.
Or maybe it's one for every sin of humankind.
I don't know. And he can talk about warships for hours.
Warships?
Yes.
Or worships?
War
Ships.
Yes. And I just completely go to a different universe. Pretty
You
much.
just go to a galaxy far, far away. Mm-hmm. But not Star Wars.
But guess who's not in a galaxy far, far away?
A rude customer?
The employees at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, they are making sure they are
I love this story.
they're making sure that they are very close, not in galaxies far away from their customers. They're making sure they're so tight that they are they're wearing like
Body cams.
yeah, body cams, and
It's
they're
brilliant.
walking around the stores where yeah.
It's brilliant. This solves problems. This actually solves problem. And honestly, with how cheap cameras are nowadays and these type, it's a cost-effective measure to fix. Well, it helps with theft. It helps with customer service. It helps with accountability. It helps with employee theft. It helps with time management. I mean, granted, it's very invasive. I will agree with you on
I
this.
think
And they're going to
the
have to
only
give something up
way-
in negotiations eventually, probably a raise. But it could work. This
The
could
only
solve a
way
lot of
this
problems.
works is if they also have video footage of the parking lot. The
Oh,
only
true.
the only way that works is because even if you did catch someone stealing in the store, where did they go after that?
Yeah.
Did they get in their vehicle? Especially at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I mean, obviously not everyone has a vehicle, but if they did, that would help with the license plate number.
Well,
so
think about it. You can follow them out discreetly. You don't have to bust out your phone. You can just kind
Yeah.
of follow them to the door, and you know the camera's going to catch it all. So I like this.
Yeah.
I do. I look. I'm not a fan of Big Brother or government regulations, but I think that almost everybody can agree at this point, between theft and all kind of fraud, waste, and abuse, and a lot of other stuff, something has to happen because of all these things. Costs are going up, stores are closing, and it's because of all this craziness
It's
that's happening. It's one of the
ruining
big reasons.
the shopping experience. I
It
went
is.
into a CVS this morning because I took the mouthwash out to get some mouthwash, and I had to press a button for mouthwash.
Yeah.
It's ruining the why don't they just have a body at each aisle then?
Yeah, right.
Because it's getting so when I walk into a store now and I see that everything is locked up but there's only one cashier, I'm just going to walk out because now I know I have to wait for that cashier to be done ringing up, 3 other people before they can get to me, and it's just not. I might as well. By the time they get to me, my Amazon package would have already come if I ordered off there.
You know what I think could there's a feasible possible solution that they might end up doing one day. A store could just be screens, and you will go into the store and you order like you would at home, and
It ruins the shopping
it's gonna make it worse.
experience. It just
Theft has gotten so bad. It's gotten so bad, man. It's crazy. I've been reading about it. Just there's task forces and all this insanity. There was air tags were being used in Massachusetts, and they stung like $22 million worth of like stolen construction equipment. And $22 million.
oh, did you hear about
worth
the
of it.
Legos?
No.
3,000 boxes of Legos were found.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Legos.
Well, Legos are expensive. I believe that. Super expensive.
And I was like, why is this such a... I mean, at first I was like, okay, they're Legos.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
those sets are probably $200 a pop.
Yeah, it was insane. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I get times are rough. I just want my shopping experience to be back the way it was, and
Right.
it's never going to go back to the way it was. And I think 2020 ruined that.
Yeah,
for us.
COVID has made what COVID did was give people who were already doing things bad justifiable reasons to continue doing bad things, you know, and because COVID was such a crazy period of time and unprecedented, but we're past it. I think everyone can agree that COVID times are over and we should be back. And most people are back to like a, if you want to call it normalcy. And unfortunate, a lot of those habits have come with it and people just taking things for granted and going extreme on everything. And part of it is because companies tried to make all their money back from COVID in one fell swoop. Prices just kept going
Yeah,
up.
I think there's a correlation with the more expensive. Like the reason why people are stealing, in my opinion, is because I feel that when you go to the grocery store now, it's a luxury to be able to come home and be like, you can fill up the fridge.
Yeah.
That is a luxury now. It used to be just a normal thing to go to the grocery store and fill up the fridge. I was talking to a coworker and we were sitting there just discussing what were the cheaper grocery stores, and she's never heard of Aldi's. And she's like, "What? Where is that at?" So I had to tell her, "Hey girl, like if you're planning on spending $200-$300 at groceries, you're gonna fill up your whole entire car
If you go to
with
Aldi,
some Aldi's."
yeah,
Yeah.
Aldi will take care of a lot. Yeah, if you can get to an Aldi or a Lidl or something like that, you're gonna really do well. Just because they don't do the extra markups, they don't have extra products in their stores. They keep
Yeah.
it minimal. They like Aldi's known for keeping less than 1,800 products on their shelves at all times, stuff like that. It's a very smart way. Brands, I should say. It's a smart way of doing it. You know, that's how Europe does it. And it works in some cases, but the problem is when they start having shortages, the shortages are bad. The shortages are bad. They get backed
Well, I
up.
haven't been to Aldi's in a while.
No, well, here in America, we're very, very fortunate. We got a million options, like both expensive and unexpensive. I mean, think about all the different places that we shop or have shopped, you know, whether it be Aldi or Trader Joe or Whole Foods. We have options, stop and shop, depending on how frugal we want to be. You know, we have all
And
these
then
different
Whole
options.
Foods. The last time we went into Whole Foods
Car payment.
together was a car payment.
Friggin' car payment.
And we got a few things.
We didn't get anything. I'm still mad over that.
We
Whole
got
Foods
a
is
few-
bullshit.
You just started laughing when you saw it was like over $300.
It was, and I think we dropped like 2 earlier on groceries too. It was so
It was over
crazy.
$300.
I wanted to blow my friggin' brains out. I
And
was
it was
like,
on
"Ugh."
tuna and seaweed.
Well, you were buying like $9 cans of tuna. I was like, yo, I gave one of those to Ollie. He was good. He was like, man, he started singing, meow, meow. He's feeling really, really good. He started wearing a monocle.
A what?
A monocle. It's what rich people wear, you know, like the one glass.
Why?
Ow. Because he was feeling that fancy after eating the rich food. If you have to explain a joke, the joke's no longer funny, Blossom. I wonder if audio, and they'll be able to pick up jokes on these TJ Maxx body cams.
What?
Like, yeah, will there be audio on the body cams or will it be video only?
I don't know. I didn't.
I was trying to bring it back around to the topic at hand.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. I know people
Would
are
you-
being filmed and recorded.
But as an employee, would you want them to have it audio? I mean, I'd be okay with video, but
For
I don't know if I
sure,
want
I'm
audio
all-
on. They're gonna hear me talking a lot of shit.
Well, because I'm all for listening. So when our neighbors stole from us,
Mm-hmm.
I was a little investigator and I started watching all the footage, all of the footage. When they went to, we went to Las Vegas.
A week of security footage.
I
This woman
did.
went through a week
I
of
did.
cat food, video camera. It was
For those who don't know, to give you some context, we went to Las Vegas and we asked the neighbors to watch the cat. I'm whispering because
you
these
could hear
walls are
everything
very
and
thin.
all.
And so we asked the neighbors to watch the cat. We come back home. The cat is foaming at the mouth.
Foaming
we
at the
go to the
mouth.
vet. And the only camera we did have was from the cat feeder. And so I started looking to see, what could have been.
We just started
why
seeing
he
weird stuff.
Yeah,
and
we didn't know why he was foaming, and then I started to see something else.
she started to see a lot of things, and I was like, oh, man.
So, anyways, wait, what was my point? My point was, shit, why did I bring up the neighbors?
Why did you?
Damn it.
Security footage.
Oh, yes. Sorry, guys. I could watch. It was the most enjoyable thing ever.
It's a week.
And I wish I would have. And we had audio.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, but I wish, though, we would have had more. I wish it wasn't caught off of like a cat feeder and it was real audio. But still.
You know what, though? For a cat feeder, you got to admit,
Yeah.
amazing quality.
Yeah, that was
amazing audio quality, amazing video quality. You can be real invasive with that.
It was, and I'm glad that we strategically aimed it specifically. So before we left too, I was like, they may be shady. I don't know.
I was being way more
And
trusting, to be
so-
fair.
Yeah. And it was aimed at entrances where it'd be questionable. Why are they going in there? Or why are they doing that? And then what did it was when we were in Las Vegas. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
she
I'm
said
whispering.
something. Oh my
And
God.
She had, what did
In
she say?
in a random phone call, when she was like asking if it was okay if she went to the fridge and stuff, she makes this weird out of nowhere comment about, I was talking to a friend and their neighbor had them watch something and they told them after the fact that they had them on camera. Isn't that really rude to like film your neighbors if you ask them to watch something? I'm like, yeah.
And then Dave told me that. I'll never forget. We were in the hotel room and Dave was telling me this. And I was like, that sounds shady.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like they did something and they're questioning whether or not we have a camera or not. Now, still, when he told me that, I wasn't going to think anything to check anything.
No.
I was just
Because
like,
if Ollie's
whatever.
not sick when we get home, we probably do. We had other
No.
stuff going on too
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
time. We
yeah.
were kind of dealing with a little bit of a fight.
Yeah.
We were fighting. This cat's foaming at the mouth. But you know what? That's how I know that we really are meant to be. Because as soon as we came and saw that cat, all the shit dropped, and we just took care of the cat, and we just worked through our
And
BS together.
over a $400 bill.
$400. Well, thank you for picking that up. Yeah, the hokum that they gave us
Dave
there.
denies that Ollie has diabetes.
He doesn't.
Dave,
There's no diabetes.
You're in denial. He has diabetes.
You and I both agreed they probably poisoned him with something. That there was something
For
in his
sure.
food. She
Yeah,
was preparing
yeah.
his food for like a half hour
Yeah.
before. It was so weird.
She
was
gave
so
him
weird.
something
Something.
he wasn't supposed to eat.
And then these people who would not let us go
But
into
that doesn't
the.
mean Ollie doesn't have diabetes.
He doesn't have diabetes. It's ridiculous.
Denial.
They wouldn't let us go inside. They made us sit outside while they treated this cat. We got no evidence of anything. Nothing.
Okay.
They point to fringe blood levels, not even anything definitive. I looked up the numbers. It wasn't even anything definitive. These people were trying to sell us friggin' pharmaceuticals. They were trying to get us on a pay. Remember? This is gonna hurt. I just want you to understand. These are the numbers. I was sitting there like, Blossom, let's just get the hell out of here. Because they're about to hit us with like crazy numbers. And they did. They were hitting us with crazy numbers. And guess what? I said, nah, I got a feeling he's going to be okay. Took him home. Ollie's fine. He's fine. I didn't change his food much. We didn't change nothing. He's fine. Friggin' hokum. That made me mad. Never going back to that place again.
$400 later.
Thank you again. But that's what happened. It's like, but if he doesn't get sick, we probably don't check the footage.
Right. So everything happens for a reason.
It really
Because the
does.
only reason why, because I didn't even trust, and here's the thing, Dave called himself checking the footage. However, if he was truly checking the footage, then he would have seen everything.
No, because I wasn't looking for that. I was checking for Ollie related things.
Me neither.
Yeah, but you had an inkling. You were kind of looking for anything anyway.
No, I was not. I was
I was
not.
sitting here. I didn't give a shit about anything. I was focused on that cat. Everything in the footage, I was looking for anything with her and the cat only. If they were walking around, I was skimming through. I didn't care. I was really only looking the last few hours too. You were like, well, let me take this opportunity to check a few things. Oh, what's this? I'm like even fighting her a little bit. I'm like, that could be anything. That could be anything. What do you remember? At first, I wasn't convinced. I wasn't 100% convinced at first because, like, some of the stuff she was showing me, I wasn't 100% sure.
Here's the thing.
But they didn't deny
You don't
anything.
need to be.
I went over there and confronted. They didn't deny anything. Like the second that conversation started, Mom was like, "Oh, don't tell me it happened again." I'm like, "Oh, Blossom gonna laugh."
Here's the problem. The problem is like what Dave was telling me. Oh, I'm not sure if I see anything. The fact that they went into the bathroom, the fact that they opened up the door to go to our room, that was already crossing boundaries. You know why? They live across the fucking hallway.
Right across, and we gave them a key.
Right across. They have a bathroom there, so why go into ours? They have everything that they need. So why go in?
And another factor, that wasn't the first time they watched Ollie.
I know, and that really pisses me off because
We had the footage too.
I know. The problem is that I'm pissed off about that because I had so much more.
We had all the footage.
I wouldn't know what was missing the first time we had them watch Ollie, and which makes me think they did something the first time, so they thought it was okay to do it again the second time.
100%.
So,
unfortunately, that's just the way it worked. But you know,
our neighbors, they are also the rude customers.
Yeah, they were the rude customers out there. Mm-hmm. But and we covered this a while back too. We did.
We did. I'm so sorry. We're storyteller repeaters.
No, I'm just saying it was nice to have a little update. But for those people who think we were just pulling it out of nowhere, we'd already covered it.
Yeah, yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to get into talking about them.
That's all right.
But,
Thank you, Marshalls, for at least bringing us that good discussion. And I'd like to know what you guys think about, recordings in general, like at work. Are you more comfortable? Are you less comfortable? I know we have a lot of security cameras at the pawn shop, but I feel comfortable with that. I also don't do anything bad because I'm pure as the yellow-driven snow.
And also, I was just seeing something on TikTok, and it did look like a 2010, to be honest, video news report, but I was seeing that people were hiding cameras into like the Starbucks bathroom. I was just seeing, on TikTok, this could have been an old story, but it got me thinking too about TJ Maxx and Marshalls. What if people they're aiming in on like the boob, or they're aiming, I don't know. Is there a way for employees to misuse this as well?
Oh, God, yes. Mm-hmm. I'm sure. But why would they? Because everything's seen.
It's recorded.
It's gonna, I think when people are recorded now, one of two things happens. Either they really don't care and you find that out about them very quickly, or like normal people, it's a really good deterrent. And it should be. The fact of the matter is, guys, we are just talking about doing your job at the end of the day. And the fact that we have to go to these extremes, both on the customer end and the employee end, is saying something that I think that we probably should talk about someday. Because, good Lord, we got to get this together, America.
I know. It's weird how we're going to be the country where everything's locked up.
Yeah. Everything's locked up. We got craziness happening in the White House. The political sphere is insane. We have things that... Oh my God, and not to get too worrisome, Russia's parked 90 miles away now. And then, did you see that? That was terrifying.
Any last words?
That could be very appropriate you said that, because the Ruskies are right on the doorstep.
Well, guys.
Thank you guys for joining us once again on the Rude Customers Podcast. And I'm Dave.
And I'm Blossom.
Das Vidanya.
What?
I'm just preparing.
What's that?
It's Russian.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here. We are anywhere where you listen to your podcasts, and we will see you back here tomorrow.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you. Make sure you watch us everywhere Rude Customers can be found.